Hi Aries, it's Trishna. Today we're going to be doing your June reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Energies can be mirrored. And if you are interested in a personalized reading, you can find me working away in my Etsy shop at www.etsy.com/shop/psychicts. You can also find that link in the description box below. So, let's get into it, Aries. What's going on with you for June? Aries, I feel a sense of curiosity mixed with a sense of excitement. I feel like there's something that your mind is nibbling away at, something that you are thinking about, planning, strategizing, or wanting to think about, plan, or strategize. Maybe some of you want to do that, but you're not entirely sure where to start, how to go about it. But something is starting to take your interest, something is starting to take your curiosity. What else? With regards to love, I feel a sense of excitement. I feel a sense of newness. Now, that could mean a new relationship, but I think more likely it means a current relationship or a current view of relationships that is different. It's new. I feel a sense of calm, a sense of comfort, a sense of connection. Aries, be sure that you don't rush into anything. I don't mean don't rush into a relationship. What I mean is don't rush to action. Sometimes you pick up on something that your partner needs or wants and you think, I've got to go handle that. I've got to go take care of that. I've got to go provide that. Well, let me do it. But sometimes your partner's just mentioning things just offhand, not really thinking that they want it or need it at this particular time. And of course, you, being the attentive partner that you are, you think, I'm paying attention. Let me make that happen. And I think that's really sweet. I think that's wonderful. But I feel like in your current relationship, or if you're about to enter into a new relationship sometime this month, that maybe that's not the best approach with that partner. And the lesson here for you is, I don't always have to jump into action. I'm allowed to rest. I don't always have to be the one that's picking up on signals and boom. I'm allowed to relax. I'm allowed to enjoy the relationship. Because if you're always thinking, what do they need? Picking up on their signals, going out to satisfy that need, you get a lot of life from that, Aries, but it never really gives you the chance to actually enjoy the relationship and the person that you're with, because you're always trying to pick up on something that they're interested in and not really focusing on them as a person. Now, this is not a criticism. Again, I think your approach is lovely and amazing. The universe is not saying that your approach is bad or faulty. The universe is only saying, Aries, relax. Enjoy what you have. Focus on the person. Not because you've been doing it wrong, but because that will give you a sense of fulfillment and joy, and that will help you with anything around self-worth. Now, Aries, you don't have a lot of self-worth issues. You're very confident, you're a go-getter, but there is a reason why you always feel like you need to act. And you may think, well, it's because I find it enjoyable and pleasurable, and that's how I like to give, and that's all true. But if you find it hard to relax and just be in the moment in a relationship, then there's something within you that feels like I always have to give, I always have to provide. I can't just be and be loved for just being. This is a very gentle lesson, Aries. This is not some big lesson that you have to like dig deep and do. It's just something to keep in mind. Because if you go out and give to a partner and maybe they're not that excited about it because it really wasn't something that they needed right now, they were just speaking to you, sharing something, then when you give it to them, they might be less excited than you would have expected or you would have hoped, and then you'll feel deflated. Like, oh, I did something nice, but it didn't really get the response I was looking for. And that's because with this person, you're supposed to learn, I can just be. I don't have to keep working. I can just be. All right. Aries, like I was saying before, you're probably trying a little bit too hard here with the Five of Swords, thinking I can win this. I can win this relationship. I can win this deal at work if this is work related. I can win this. All I have to do is be the first one to act. All I have to do is pick up on the needs. Know what somebody needs before they even know that they need it. And maybe that's worked for you in the past, but you're currently in a cycle where the universe is wanting you to slow down a little bit, to stop and smell the roses, to think on a different level, to not think so action-oriented wise, but rather to sit and relax and enjoy the moment. If you do this, Aries, you're going to gain a lot of wisdom. You're going to notice that your intuition opens up for you and it flowers and it blossoms and it seems to just receive all these insights and downloads. If you've struggled meditating before or feel like, oh, everybody else gets all these cool insights and downloads when they meditate, why not me? You'll find that that's going to change if you allow yourself to really just sit in the moment and enjoy yourself, not just in the meditation, but rather in the rest of your life. If you slow down in life, you will slow down in your meditations just naturally, and you will receive a lot of wisdom and guidance. And in time, not a long time, I give it 1 to 3 days or 1 to 3 weeks, you will find that you get downloads all the time as you're going about your day. And if you listen to those downloads, you'll know when to act and when to take a step back. But see, right now, Aries, if you were to get that download, you wouldn't listen to it. If it says take a step back, you'd be like, no, I got to do this. I'm focused. I'm driven. I'm going to do this. So you wouldn't listen to the guidance anyways if you could hear it right now. So Spirit is wanting to give you this opportunity to listen to it and to see the joys that can come and the results that can come from listening to it. And first, it requires slowing down. And the success that you seek in life, you're going to get. You're very successful, Aries. Super successful. What you want, you get. Not just by luck, though sometimes that does have a factor. And you know you're lucky, Aries. But you also work hard. And so you get the things that you want and you get success. But the universe is saying you can still get success just as much, maybe even more. If you calm down, chill out a little, and let the universe take a step in. If you've been wanting more abundance in your life, you're wanting to meet your king, your partner of masculine energy, that's in the cards for you. And know that together, you and whoever the partner is, whether they're masculine or feminine in energy or not, you and your partner are going to go through a stage this month, probably in the middle of the month, where you two look at your future together, you two think about your future together, you two define what your future looks like together. Building something together, building a vision together. I think you're going to be really excited about it, Aries. See, you're all about the vision and the execution, but you love a good vision. And so to do that with your partner is amazing. If you're not currently in a partnership, you may meet someone this month. And on one of your early dates, you two may talk about your dreams. Now, because you two will be early in your stage of dating, you may talk about your dreams as individuals, what you would do solo, not incorporating the other person. But you'll still be talking about your vision. And it can still be fun, because eventually you two will be able to collide your vision together as your relationships and your individuality and your path start to become more parallel. For Swords, again, this is a time to relax, but Aries, I feel like this is saying don't oversleep this month. Just because you're relaxing doesn't mean that it means get a lot of sleep. Be awake, be alert, be active in your life, but just with a little more relaxation, just with a bit more of a step back. Another Pentacles here. If you are looking for a new job offer, it may come this month. I think it'll be towards the end of the month, either the 3rd week or the 4th week, but really anywhere within the month. And of course, energy kind of can bleed over into the next month, so give it up until maybe the middle of July, but an offer may be coming your way. This is an offer that maybe you're kind of excited about, but for some of you, maybe you're like, meh, it's okay, I could take it or leave it. I recommend that you take it, especially if you're in the meh camp. If you're in the meh, this opportunity will be really good for you. I feel like it will fulfill you on very deep levels that you don't realize and you can't see right now. But something about it, not the package on the outside, but something about the package on the inside, it's a very, very good match for you. If you're really excited about it, it could also be a really good match. But if you're really excited about it, you may also get another offer. That other offer may be less exciting than the first one. Take your time deciding. Work on relaxing so that you can get the intuition that Spirit wants to share with you and follow that intuition. But take some time to think about it. Listen to the intuition, listen to what physically, in the physical realm, you prefer. And see which way it pans out. Find a balance so that you can make the best decision. Because it could be that the one that you're really excited about is good for you. It could also be that the other one's really good for you. Also know that you can't lose. Just trust yourself in your decision-making process. But just make sure that you also incorporate Spirit in that process. That's the only thing. Just incorporate both aspects. And then no matter which decision you choose, it will be the right one. There may be somebody in your life who's trying to enforce rules. It may be a more masculine energy, though it could be maybe your partner. I think it's probably not your partner. But somebody around you, could be somebody at work, is trying to impose rules. You may not like those rules. I think it's okay that you don't like those rules. There's probably a reason why, but there's also a reason for the rules. The rules do not seem as strict and stringent as maybe your perception of them will be. They seem like they have a sense of looseness about them. Keep that in mind. Also know that rules are not permanent. They may seem permanent, but they are not permanent. So if you don't like the rules, remember that the rules are not super strict, not as strict as you're perceiving them to be, and also know that probably in a month and a half, those rules may change. They may even completely go away. So if you're in a mode where you want to fight it, I would say maybe hold off. Give it a month and a half before you take action. This is a month of being engaged with life, but being present in the moment and not necessarily going out of your way to act on things. If you felt like you've been left out in the cold for the past 2 months or so, that's coming to an end. You may still feel this way for the first 2 weeks of June, but I think things are going to lighten up if they haven't already. Be careful you don't let someone else out in the cold. If somebody has put you out in the cold, you may have this desire to retaliate against them if they come back in to the picture. You may have some resistance against them, some angst against them, some competitiveness against them. Do your best, Aries, to let that go. It's not about being an eye for an eye. Let it go. You don't know what's going on with them. You don't know what their reasons are. Even if they've shared what they are with you, you only know what they've shared. Remember to exercise compassion, even if we don't see a real reason for it. But there likely is a reason behind the scenes that you'll wish, in hindsight looking back, that you had been more compassionate if you don't act more compassionately right now. Finally, we have the Hermit, bottom of the deck. I think this is definitely a month of reflection. We can see that in terms of reflecting on the offer. We can see that in terms of taking a step back, looking at how you operate, being more in the present moment. We can see that in terms of having a vision and discussing it with your partner. We can see that in terms of receiving a lot of guidance. We can see that in terms of relaxing, but not oversleeping. Don't go about this trying to gain a lot of wisdom this month. This month is not about gaining wisdom intellectually. This month is about experiencing a different way of living and gaining wisdom from experience that maybe does not translate into mental lessons learned just yet. Whatever mental understanding you need to have from this month, you're going to get, but probably 3 months to 5 months down the line, where you'll be like, oh my goodness, all this stuff that happened this month, I get it now, or I understand it now, or I see how it all played, all the pieces fit of the puzzle. But don't think about that this month. This month is about being in the moment, not about thinking about the moment. Very much about being in the moment. The wisdom will occur to you down the line, but this is not a month about understanding that wisdom. It's about experiencing that wisdom and allowing your body to have that wisdom, and then to share it with your mind when your mind is ready fully. So Aries, that is your reading for this month. It looks like you are either in a relationship and feeling a lot of comfort in that relationship, and that it's only going to grow stronger. You now know how to operate in that relationship. You know the excitement to come in that relationship. And I think if there's a partner that you're with, definitely there's a partner you're not yet with, and you meet them this month, there's a pretty good chance that they could be a life partner for you. If you're already in a partnership, I think it's a little bit more up in the air. You may meet somebody you may actually meet someone else this month if you're already in a partnership. That person might be... Actually, okay, so if you're not in a partnership right now, the person you meet this month would be more life partner, like high probability. If you're already in a partnership this month, then you're probably going to meet your life partner in July. Or the relationship that you're currently in will transform and become long-term partner, soulmate relationship material in July. So Aries, I'm going to leave it here. Looks like it's going to be a wonderful month, and I will catch you in the next one.